Hey YouTube, it's Team Z-Brothers here with the deck profile from Jaden, aka Vegeta. Sorry we haven't been in the YouTube scene lately. We've just had a whole lot of crap going on and all of that. We just went our own ways for a little bit. But we're back and coming get harder than ever, so let's get this deck profile going.
Alright, for the regional, it happened March 2nd. It was basically the first day after the new ban list came out, which caused a lot of controversy, especially around here for Samurais getting so much of a bigger push into the tier 0. I decided to go with MacroRabbit, so anyway, here we go.
I go for Miracle.
2 Rabbit.
Obviously.
Everyone knows what this thing does. 6 vanillas.
Nice card.
You're going to open up with these in your hand. It's just going to happen. You got to learn how to play out of it.
That's why you need
I saw during the tournament I would get like 1 Sabersaurus and 1 Cobblezools in my hand, which I can live with that. It's just bad when like you double draw them, like you get 2 Cobblezools in your opening hand, because then if you had to draw into one, you'd rather have Sabersaurus because at least he can go heads up with Thunder King. But Cobblezools by himself is kind of weak. But you know, it is what it is. And then to finish off your dinos, you play 3 Drakguiba. I was playtesting a Velo to get Drakguiba's effect off twice in the same game. But the only thing that I didn't like is I would draw a Velo and then I wouldn't see Guiba. I went down to 3 Guiba again and it worked out. It just worked out better. So there's
The dino lineup.
Next we got the tour guide engine. Just 2 tour guides and 1 night assailant. I almost played tour bus, but you'll see why I made a couple of choices for the deck that tour bus would have been pointless for it. And that's these right here. 2 Banisher the Radiance. The night before regionals, I was looking for other cards to put in the deck that would be a surprise. I have not seen any other macro deck play these, and this card won me so many games. I played a Dark World Kid round 3, and first turn summon this, set 4 back row, which include Road, Warning, and Judgment. So, I mean, this card, it put in so much work, and I'm glad I decided to main these over my Spirit Reapers. Even though Spirit Reaper is technically still a good choice for the format, but Banisher did really well. 2 Thunder King. This is going to be my little rant here. This card should still be at 3 because Samurai's got their smoke signal at 3 again, which I don't agree with, but I'm not going to ramble because I'm pretty sure everybody knows what I'd be saying, you know. I mean, he should still be at 3, period. That's all that I'm going to say. And then finally, the Neospatial Grand Bull. He put in so much work, it's not funny. He's a good first turn summon to drop because your opponent, their first turn, they're going to hesitate to attack it because they don't want to bounce their monsters and then give you an open field with your Logias and Dolkas. Also, he gets rid of Zenmains, which Zenmains is it's such a popular first turn play. It's 19 monsters. Spells, I played 10 spells. 3 Lance. You gotta play 3 Lance in MacroRabbit. 3 MST. You don't want your rabbit play to be picked off, so you have to get rid of the back row.
But be smart about using space.
Yeah, space. The best play, it's just to set it and then use it in the end phase, or have your opponent MST it and then chain it. That move right there won me so many games because I was able to minus my opponent. But Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Mind Control. I don't main Monster Reborn since I don't even side Monster Reborn because I main basically 5 macros throughout the deck. Mind Control is still a very good card.
Yeah, just ask his round 2 opponent.
My round 2 opponent, he summoned Thunder King and he set Bottomless. I played Mind Control, I took his Thunder King, I summoned Cobblezools, made Utopia. He tried to Bottomless Utopia, but I lanced it. and then it was pretty much game over.
Oh,
from
I'm
them.
talking about the Eaters.
Oh, that guy worked.
Snowman.
That guy worked too. There was one funny thing that happened to me in regionals. I can't remember what round it was, but I opened up with all 3 Lance in my hand, which was a real bummer. But I actually ended up winning that game. I don't know how. And then for the final spell, I made a Soul Taker, and the reason why is MacroRabbit has problem getting rid of big problematic monsters. So this was kind of like my one free pass. Like I said, 10 spells. And then I don't know how many traps, but the deck is 43 cards, so. 3 Macrocosmos, card that wrecks the format. So good. Kills Mermels, Dark Worlds, Fire Fists,
Anything that controls gray.
Fire Kings, Light Sworns, I mean, you name it, this card. I'm sorry, I love this card.
This card should honestly be at 2.
Honestly, there are people who do agree with that, but with the way the format is right now,
Well, I meant like in a regular format, not a
in a format
dipstick.
like this, macro needs to be at 3. But if the format wasn't as aggressive with macro as it is in this one, I'd say definitely 2. But anyway, the Solemn, it was originally known as the Solemn Trio. It's now the Solemn Duo because Konami decided to be gay and butt fuck us again and take away 1 warning. But 2 Torrentials, gotta have them to punish Samurai players and decks that overextend. Double Compulse, I made a choice to main Compulse game 1 over Bottomless because Bottomless, in my opinion, it is a great card, don't get me wrong, but there are so many cards that Bottomless doesn't hit that's problematic, and Compulse, in my opinion, is just a better option game 1. Now, someone at Regionals asked me, well, what if you're playing Dark Worlds? Well, okay, yeah, if you're playing Dark Worlds, then that's kind of a bummer. But you just got to be smart how you play this. Obviously, you're not going to want to compulse their Grapha back to their hand unless you have game. But I like Compulse in the main board over Bottomless, but that's just me. 2 Deep Prison, get rid of monsters. 2 Fiendish Chain. Obviously, you can't play Effect Veiler because you can play Macro and.
I laugh at that card.
Well, any deck that can bounce with Birdman doesn't like this card. But anyway, Starlight Road, gotta have it. In a format where Torrential's at 2 and Mirror Force is at 2, and you need Road. Anyway, all right, moving on to extra. Forgot to side fix this. Sorry about that.
I don't have to go searching for.
Alright, for my rank 3s, we had the 1 Leviair, obviously, Zen Mains, Leviathan, Tempo, and Acid Golem. Acid Golem put in so much work.
You need to know how to use him.
Acid Golem is a pro card. Do not use this card until you've had the chance to playtest and get to learn how to use the card properly.
You only use him when you go heads up. If you need to get rid of a big ass monster like
because
DLF.
I mean, true. The card itself can be problematic if you get caught with it, but you just gotta have an out. And then we got our main pillars of the deck. We got our 2 Log Indolka. People were asking me at regionals, in my opinion, what is a better first turn summon? It depends on the situation, really. If you know what your opponent's playing, then maybe Dolka is the better way to go, but if you don't, Loggy is always the best option, in my opinion, so. That's my opinion. Do with it what you will. Maystroke. This was a last-second ad, and the reason was, I thought for some reason Chaos Dragons would be popular because the format, at the beginning of every format, you see cheap decks run amok, so I really didn't think he'd really be worth it. But in my round 8 matchup, he's who won me the game, so and got me my guarantee to Nats. So 1 Ray, 1 Utopia, 1 Butterfly Assassin, 1 Cowboy. I was told to get this before regionals. I never once played him, and I still have not yet to exceed summon him. He's
just funny.
He's just there. And then for the 1 and lonely little synchro, the Starlight for the road. So anyway, there's that. For the side deck, my side deck was a little bit different maybe than most MacroRabbit or MacroRabbit players are. I made the Gores, because when you're playing Samurais, obviously all the macro stuff is going to come out because there's no point in it.
They can get around.
And also, it's Italian. 2 Snowman, he was easily the MVP of the sideboard. He, Samurais, Mirror Match, anything that I could run into, he would just be so good. He did so well. 2 Maxi for Samurai. It helps increase your hand size that way, because if you go against Samurais turn 1 and you open this in your hand, it's a good start. He really did help. This really did help me in my Sam matchups, because
you just have to pray not to deck out.
because in 8 rounds I played 4 Sam players, so 1 Spirit Reaper, another side in when I played Samurais. I mean, or Mermels even, because this is extremely problematic for them to deal with. They got to waste off a card with hand or something. A 3rd Banisher, and then for the last of at least the monsters,
right
2 Death Wombat. I didn't know if burn decks were going to be around, and I just didn't want to take that chance. So 2 more Soul Takers and a Soul Release for spells. You don't want... this helps kill off heroes a lot, and it also takes care of Chaos Dragons. And this format is so heavily based around the grave, I think everyone should at least side 1 of these. 2 Bottomless. Like I said, I side these. I still think everyone should at least be siding it. So, and then finally, my last 7 tools. The reason I did this is because I thought of that card that Mermels play in the end phase, and they get their monster, it dies, and they get the effect. This card won me both my matches against Mermels because they would try and do that to save themselves, and I'm like, no, just pay 1,000, get it out of the way, and move on. And it stopped them dead in their tracks. I might be playing this in the main board, and I might try maybe maining 2 of them. I mean, I really think this card is just so good. I haven't really decided yet, but I'm going to definitely give it a shot.
And just so you guys know, Jaden did get 27th in at the regionals, which was very impressive. He was expecting to do that well at first. He didn't want to come to regionals a few weeks before.
I was forced to come to regionals by peer pressure, but
yes.
But anyway, that's the deck. MacroRabbit. This has been a deck profile. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that. We promise we're going to get more videos up soon, and thanks for watching.
Peace out, YouTube.